Hi everyone, Kelly here, the Mindful Herbalist, coming to you today to talk about mushroom coffee. And I don't mean the magic kind of mushroom, but the medicinal kind of mushroom. I see a lot of advertising right now for mushroom coffee, and certainly it's a great way to get your mushrooms in. And there's so many wonderful benefits to medicinal mushrooms, such as reishi, lion's mane, cordyceps, turkey tail, the list goes on. And I wanted to share with you my own personal research and experience with these products because I've been getting asked about it a lot lately. So what I kind of did was my husband was starting to buy some of this mushroom coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker. I like coffee, but it doesn't really agree with me that well. But I like the taste of it. I like it as a treat every once in a while with honey and cream. I like it kind of like a dessert, if you will. But I don't like need it to wake up in the morning, that sort of thing. So anyway, some of these products were coming up in my social feeds or in conversation with people. And certainly when my husband brought one home, I called the company because when it comes to medicinal mushrooms, there's a certain way to extract the beneficial properties of medicinal mushrooms. And there's just some things that, some best practices. So, I wanted to call these companies to see if they were following those best practices. And what I found was that most of the companies either couldn't answer the questions I had. Their customer service reps, maybe they were just not trained, but they couldn't even really like speak the language of plant medicine. They didn't have the vocabulary that herbalists have. And so to me, that was a bit of a red flag, especially most of these companies seem like small companies. So they either couldn't answer the questions or the answers they provided, let's say, didn't hold up to herbalist standards. So when it comes to medicinal mushrooms, there's very many of them require a dual extract process, which means you would first decoct the fruiting body of the mushroom, which basically just means you boil it in water for a pretty decent amount of time. And that kind of softens up the cellular wall, breaks it down a bit so that the water can kind of extract some of the medicinal properties. And then the second part of the dual extract process would be macerating it in high amounts of alcohol, like Everclear or grain. And the amount of alcohol will depend on the mushroom. But and then at the end of that maceration process, you would combine it with the water from the decoction process. So you're getting a dual extract, right? So you're extracting the water-soluble constituents and the alcohol-soluble constituents because there often are both. You kind of want to get both properties, and it's not both, it's many, many properties, but both water-soluble properties and alcohol-soluble properties, and have kind of like a full spectrum extract. And so a lot of these companies were not doing that. Some of them weren't even extracting. They were just like dehydrating and powderizing the mushrooms, which, I've always been taught that is a no-no, that the body really can't break down mushrooms that way. You've got to extract it. And then a lot of companies were using just mycelium. And so if I'm comparing a fungi to a plant, the mycelium is the underground parts. Some people might call it a root. It's not technically a root, but it's the underground network of that mushroom. But most of the benefits, and not to say that the mycelium doesn't have benefits, but the fruiting body of the mushroom has the most benefits. And that's the above ground part that most of us would look at and say, oh, that's a mushroom. So a lot of these companies are only using mycelium. And they're also often growing their mushrooms or their mycelium on a substrate that is like less than par, less than ideal. It's really great when you can get sustainably wildcrafted mushrooms because they're growing in their natural environment instead of like a rice block. When you're getting plants and fungi in their natural environment, that natural environment is asking them to be resilient to weather and circumstances. And that's part of the doctrine of signatures of these mushrooms is their resiliency. And so, when you take that away, it begs the question, what else are you taking away when it comes to the medicinal beneficial parts of this plant? So what is one to do now when, we've got all these options of mushroom coffee? We like the idea of it. We want a good tasting coffee. And so I wanted to share with you a brand that I've been testing and I do love because I think it really tastes like coffee. Some of these mushroom coffees don't really taste like coffee. They kind of taste like coffee, but I think massive coffee drinkers would agree that it's not a great substitute flavor-wise. So there's a great company out on the west coast of the USA called Feral Fungi. And, I really trust this brand because I've met the owner. I've taken a class with him. He's an herbalist. He's not just some, private equity company creating mushroom extracts. He's the real deal. And he also prepares his extracts in the spagyric tradition. So that's a traditional alchemical process requiring special equipment in order to extract mushrooms. So he works I would say, it seems like, I know not exclusively with mushrooms, but I'd say like 95% with mushrooms versus herbs and plants. So anyway, he has partnered with Thump Coffee. And so this is what I've been using to test out for you guys so that I can say, if someone asks, do you suggest a mushroom coffee? I can say, yes, I totally recommend Feral Fungi's partnership with Thump. It's an instant coffee, but so are all the other mushroom coffees, right? And it's a teeny tiny scoop. I should have grabbed it, but teeny tiny. I want to say you do 2 scoops for 8 ounces. I would guess it's like a teaspoon, but they provide a little scooper with it. And you just add it to just boiled water and it dissolves. And it has Feral Fungi's alchemically prepared medicinal mushroom extracts as part of their formula. And, I've been an affiliate of Feral Fungi's for some time because I believe in their products and I believe what Jason is doing over there. So I think to me, this is like such a win-win product. This container, 1.3 ounces, 14 servings. I think it was $20. So you're looking at less than $1 for a cup of coffee. So you're still saving by not going to a coffee shop to get a $3 to $7 coffee every morning. And then you're getting the benefits of medicinal mushrooms. So this particular one, they're calling North Fork. I think the flavor is delicious. It tastes just like coffee. And this particular formula has lion's mane in it, which is wonderful for mental clarity and nerve health. It helps with nervous system repair, promotes healthy stress response, helps with digestive function, and supports innate immunity. It's also inflammation modulating, as are the other 2 mushrooms in this blend. And again, with the other 2 mushrooms, all 3 of them promote healthy cell growth. So it also has reishi mushroom. It nourishes and promotes vitality and immune health. It supports the body's ability to cope with stress. It supports the body's innate immune system and a healthy histamine response. And it also helps the body to cope with oxidative stress. It's wonderful for liver function and cardiovascular function. And then the 3rd mushroom in this blend is cordyceps. Cordyceps helps to support healthy energy levels, circulation, and the oxygenation of cells. It's very supportive to kidney and adrenal health, and it helps promote healthy sugar metabolism. And then, of course, it helps to support the immune system as well. So if you want to try mushroom coffee, I recommend Feral Fungi's partnership with Thump for this instant coffee. If you go to my website, www.themindfulherbalist.com, and click on affiliates, You'll see the link to feral fungi there, and you can take advantage of the 10% off code that I have as being an affiliate. I just did that so that my customers can get a discount. I really believe in their products. And then of course, they also have these 1-a-day mushroom gummies. Not that kind of gummy, guys. Medicinal mushrooms, not magic mushrooms. They actually taste really good. This one has the same mushrooms as this coffee that I purchased, and the flavor is huckleberry raspberry, and I think it's delicious. So yeah, head on over to their website. I want to say it's feralfungi.com. And again, I'm not like doing this as a paid promotion. Yes, I have an affiliate just so you guys can get that 10% coupon. I might get a kickback. I don't know. I've never gotten one from them before. I can't remember because I have a couple affiliate programs. Just the herbal offering that I believe in, I put on there, and if I can pass along a discount, I do. But certainly, if you wanted to just work with the mushrooms, Jason also offers these alchemically prepared tinctures, both blends and singles. I have in stock lion's mane, reishi, and turkey tail. They're not prepared spagirically, which is a different process. Like I said, it requires special equipment. They're just traditionally dual extracted tinctures. If you just wanted to work with those as well, and you wanted to work with local sustainably harvested mushrooms, I've got those in stock as well. So you can head over to my website, www.themindfulherbalist.com, click on shop. You can filter it by herbal remedies, I think, and then you'll see the 1-ounce tinctures, and the drop down will show you what I have in stock there. So hopefully that helps to guide you in choosing. I know I'm not doing a full review of others, but I've tried the others, the ones that are like $30 a bag, and they don't really taste that great. And like I said, I called a lot of these companies to see how they're preparing it, and to me, the preparations are just subpar. You're probably still getting some benefits, but again, knowing Jason's work and how, he's got a relationship, a really deep relationship with the mushroom kingdom. He's not just like a company who's out there to make money. He's an herbalist, and he studied under the same teacher that I'm studying under and that I've been studying under since 2019. So I really trust his work. So give it a try and let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you experience any results from working with that coffee, and let me know what you think of the product, because your feedback is important to me too. I'm going off of my experience, but it certainly helps to have shared experience as well.